What is up, guys, and welcome back to Miscellaneous Saturday. Now, today I'm going to be talking about minifigures that came in two different categories of sets. But I do have something I need to admit right off the bat. First of all, it was a mistake that I got in an earlier video. In the Clone Wars Jedi episode, part 2, I referred to this as my Anakin Skywalker figure. And I used this one in particular because it had this leg printing that I don't remember any of the other ones having. I recently uncovered another box of Legos in my basement. Now, in one of those boxes, I found some other minifigures and sets to prove that this is not the case. And one of the minifigures I found was actually this one right here, but this minifigure does not have these legs. And these legs actually belong to a different minifigure. However, you might be able to understand my confusion, seeing as how well it blends through. First thing that made me realize that yes, this is not the legs that go with this, is this silver dot here that I didn't even notice before. Now, these legs here actually belong to the Lone Ranger. Now, once I put it on this, you'll understand why it is actually from this character instead, and why I was confusing it with Anakin Skywalker. I got that little bit of information wrong, because I didn't even know that I had a Lone Ranger set. This was based off of the remake with Johnny Depp, I think. I've never actually seen the movie, so I don't know how I got this Lego set. So I'm going to be talking about these next few with no comparison to compare them to as far as accuracy goes or anything like that. So I'm just going to be talking strictly from a Lego minifigure standpoint. Now, one thing that's really interesting is that this minifigure came with these revolver guns, which are pretty different than the standard one. This here is like the standard classic revolver that like a lot of Indiana Jones sets come with. Now, as you can see, it's a lot skinnier and it has like actually more detail put into the newer one. I don't know if they continue this as like the new ones or if this is just because it's like a Western movie or what exactly. So I don't know if this is like a newer thing that this is just replaced the older model or if this was just made for this set. Once again, I know almost nothing about the Lone Ranger, but I do like how he has this little like bandana across his neck here and he has this like sheriff looking badge to it. Even the back printing is nice there that has some there. And this white hat is pretty cool. I like how it's like the Indiana Jones hat pretty much, but white. And this mask that he wears on his face printing is pretty cool as well. So like, I don't know a ton about this minifigure, but it does kind of look cool. And honestly, I'm still probably after this going to take these legs off and put them back on the Anakin Skywalker. I think it worked for that minifigure pretty well. And I don't really plan on displaying these very much because I don't know anything about them really. And just as more evidence to the fact that I have no idea what I'm talking about, I just shot the next two minifigures without actually having them placed properly. I had their leg printing switched up. So just to show, once again, I'm speaking a little bit out of line here. I don't know exactly what I'm talking about as far as from like the movies or how they're supposed to be. But I believe this is Johnny Depp's character Tonto right here. Now I do like how it has a pretty similar like hairpiece to Jack Sparrow. As you can see, it still has like a bandana in the front with these like feathers on the side instead of like the bones and trinkets he has. Even has this crow that like sticks in a hole that goes on top of it, which is pretty cool. And I like this chest print here and these leg prints with all these like Native American like tribal patterns and clothings on them. I think it's pretty cool. And this face printing is also kind of cool. And it does have a back of the face printing, just a kind of standard scared face. It has these nice back muscle printings with this like sort of belt on in the back. I like this one. It's pretty cool. I might actually display this one separate because I think it kind of stands out and looks pretty cool. I don't know if this next guy has a name or if he's based on a specific character from the movie, but that is this guy right here. He has a pretty similar design to the previous minifigure. However, this time there's a bit of difference in the chest printings. As you can see, he has this medallion that's sort of higher up and his legs have a lot less like tribal designs on them and everything. This is a really nice helmet or hairpiece. I like how it both has like these horns that come off on the side and has all these like Native American symbols and everything that goes across it with this like hair that comes in the back. I think it's pretty cool. Once again, also has the back of the head printing. There's this kind of like scared or like nervous, concerned face and has this belt that goes across the back. Once again, I can't talk too much about how accurate these are because I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to the movie, but those are the three minifigures from the Lone Ranger set that I have. The second set from a different category that I'm going to be talking about is Lego Ninja Turtles. I didn't really know that there was a Lego Ninja Turtles. Apparently I must have at some point because I found these minifigures the other day, and these are the only ones I have. I only have these three minifigures. This is the only turtle that I have, and this here is Donatello. Now, I do like this chest printing here. I like how it has this, it definitely makes him look like the turtle. I don't know exactly what movie this is supposed to be based off of, or if it's supposed to be based off a movie or a show or anything, but I like these printings here. It really gives him that turtle-like feel, and this neck piece here that goes down in the back that like makes up his shell is also really cool, and I like this headpiece, how it's this like custom mold with the bandana that goes in the back. I would guess that it would be the same for the other turtles, just with maybe a different facial expression and obviously a different colored headband. Now, this does surprisingly still have a back printing, despite the fact that you'd have this on it, so if for whatever reason you don't have it, I guess he still looks sort of turtle-shaped. And speaking of the shell, just the detail on the shell with these straps that go across it in general is pretty cool. He did come with a staff as well, but I'm not really going to talk about the accessories too much in this video. Now, I didn't really grow up with the Ninja Turtles, but the main villain that I've always known for the Ninja Turtles from like the movies that I've seen is Shredder, and this Shredder minifigure is super well done and really cool. Now, he did come with 2 of these like claws here. Unfortunately, I don't know where one of them went. I only have this one right here, but it's still a really cool design, even if just having one of them still makes it like really cool. So as you can see, he has this custom helmet, which is pretty accurate to how he looks. I love the spikiness of it and the horns and everything. Even down to his face printing, how he has like the side of his face that's that different color, and like his eye that's like scratched out. Even has his like Shredder shoulder pads which come off the side, which is also a really cool touch. Even down to like all this like shiny silver printing on the chest and everything. The details on the legs. It's super well detailed. I don't know exactly what version of Shredder this is based off of. But one interesting thing about this, and it's going to be kind of hard to explain or show on camera, is this cape actually has a different shape to it. It's a lot more noticeable when it's compared next to a regular cape, and this cape wasn't stored in the best of condition, so it's a little hard to tell. But as you can see, it's actually a more narrow cape. Like if you line up the holes and everything here, it's a lot more narrow and has like a different sort of shape to it. Now I know that the Mandalorians I talked about a couple episodes ago also had a different cape. However, those went straight down the side. It wasn't still this like triangle sort of shape to it. So this is different than any other cape that I have for minifigures. And on the back of the Shredder, there is no back printing. But yeah, overall, this is a pretty sick minifigure. I really like how it looks. So this one's pretty cool. Now, the last one I'm going to talk about today is this foot soldier. Now, I really like how this foot soldier looks. It doesn't have a ton of detail. It has like a similar chest print to like the old school like Sith or Jedi like with Darth Maul. Just it has this buckle and sort of these straps that come across it, and the back printing is a bit different as well. But I do like how he has like this bandana that goes across the top of his head here. It doesn't continue all the way around the print, but that's fine. They can't like connect the prints like that. I don't know what the center silver part up here is supposed to be, but it looks pretty cool with it. As well as the amount of details in the eyes. I like how it definitely looks like that like sort of meshy but like metal material here. Kind of reminds me of like the end of like a salt shaker sort of. I don't know, that might just be me. So yeah, not a ton to talk about with this one. It definitely has this like slick sort of definitely like ninja look to it. So it's pretty cool to talk about. That's everything for this episode. Not a lot of minifigures here. I just need to clear up the mistake from the Anakin Skywalkers that I talked about. So that's everything for today's video. I will see you guys all tomorrow.
Farted on the track. Farted. Oh yeah. Yeah! We love that Dumpster Kid video. We all do! For more, like and subscribe. Hit it! Turn on the post notifications. Do it! Even when you're on vacation, you'll get notified.